At Girls on the Run, we teach the girls how to receive praise. And I'm trying to channel that lesson where we highlight a girl for something nice she did for the day or a way that she lifted a team member up. And it's a gift that you have to learn how to receive. So I'm doing the same thing right now.
I feel very honored and grateful to be included in this year's 20 Under 40 group. This honor has such an incredible and rich legacy of champions in the community, so it feels really special to be a part of that group.
I just felt so humbled. There are so many people that I've looked up to in our community for years who've been nominated.
For me, it's more than myself. It feels really good to have the community see and recognize, particularly in this moment in time, and honor civil rights advocates.
It's a reminder that there are a lot of really incredible people in this area who are making a real difference.
I take inspiration from everybody because I just want that connection, that human. I want to know who people are. There's something about everybody that's inspiring or that you can take leadership from.
I'm inspired by the people that do the work every day and show up, rain or shine, to pick our food, to process our food, and get us what we need on our tables.
The things that inspire me in the role that I'm in now and what kind of led me into this career in public service is definitely my upbringing. I'm the child of immigrants and a child of parents who kind of chose career paths and life paths that were all about giving back to the community. So that's kind of always been at the back of my mind of what I wanted to do.
I have endless respect for people that can help people understand what to do with the information that we're awash in, right? That's kind of how I view my role. Some of the most important people in my life through U of O and through the educational experiences I've had have been teachers. And so I really try to emulate that, help people empower themselves with information.
One inspiration that I draw from is my grandmother. She is a strong woman. She raised 5 kids. But not only that, she was the mayor of her town in the 70s, so not a time where very many women were mayors. She took the initiative to engage in those ways and those things that she was excited about, and she never let, being a woman stop her. She never let anybody tell her she couldn't do that, so I find that inspirational.
Leadership for me is how do we help build up individuals' ability to be able to embrace discomfort and challenge themselves and to grow.
Helping them discover who they are and what they can bring to the table is really the main goal that I have.
Really, first and foremost, being of service to others, just really making sure that I can help in some way. No task is beneath me, so to speak.
I think a good leader is someone who leads by example, who supports people when they need support, who helps redirect people when they aren't going the right direction.
I try to be curious and compassionate and a good listener. And those are core tenets to leading a small team, to leading a big team, or to just being a good community member.
Leadership to me means making it a comfortable space for everyone to share their thoughts and ideas and approaching things collaboratively and as a group and working together to solve problems. I think it's really important to have buy-in and for people to feel valued and respected in the workplace.
When I was younger, I think I used to think of leadership as standing out from the group and maybe stepping forward. And as I've kind of developed my own leadership style, I've realized it's more about knowing how to facilitate a space where we can all go somewhere together.
I just hope it's really enriching people's lives, whether it's a 6-year-old student learning piano or a teen student developing their voice and finding that confidence to sing. I think all ages, but especially for kids, just that perseverance of learning an instrument, sticking with it. I just hope it's really enriching the community.
I hope that we can continue to support the William Lane Park District, making sure that we're doing a good job out raising as much funds as we can and providing what we can, right? If it's ADA accessible parks or if it's, scholarships, whatever it might be, to make sure that we have as much accessibility to the best parks in the state.
Professionally, I hope that by building those relationships with my clients, it becomes more of a community office feel where they come to you with the various problems and you can help them. If I can build those relationships and help them through their problems or successes,
I think that's can be a huge impact here. To the outside community, getting involved with those same people often who call you up and want to bring you in on something, and suddenly you find yourself at some sort of event, whether it be a charity event or Catwalk for a Cause, something like that, that builds that community feel. And I think that's what makes Eugene a great place to be.
I think serving as many people as we can, for those people that need help, being able to be that place for them and not have a wait list and not have any delays for them getting treatment.
Throughout my career, have been really intentional about making our communities safer and more fair and healthier. I spent so much of my life, my career, worried that I couldn't achieve my life goals because I was gay. And yet here I am, super gay, 20 under 40 award winner. So I hope to dispel any fear that someone may have that you can't both be openly, authentically yourself and achieve what you want to achieve professionally or personally.
I think my why is that the effort and the connection, they are worthwhile. That when you get the chance to make that incremental improvement internally to help somebody else a little bit, it makes a difference.
Part of creating healthy communities is working with lots of different people in town. So working within the healthcare system, but also working closely with the schools, those things that we can do to strengthen the community amongst everyone here.
I want my child to see me being a working mom. That's really important to me, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really grateful for the village I have that allows me to do that. I also want him to see me giving back, because there are countless times in my life that I was the benefit of somebody that chose to mentor me, to invest in me, to celebrate me and give back to me. And so it just makes sense.
I love being, again, a part of a young person's journey in their school. So it drives me, again, to make them have make sure they have a positive experience. So my hope and dream and goal is that you enter our space and it's welcoming and supportive, and that you have a true sense of belonging.
I don't know that it was ever a choice that I made to do. It's just who I am, it's just I want to feel good. And for me, getting out in the community, meeting new people, getting to understand new businesses and opportunities and partnerships, that's growth, that's community. That's where I want to be. That's the impact I want to, make.
I think the best advice that we can have always comes from our inner voice. Like, how can you listen to your inner voice?
My advice probably to the younger generation, I think about my daughter. My daughter's 19 years old. And so I just want her to know, and people like her, that you don't have to have it all figured out right away. Find something that you're passionate about, start showing up, find the people that resonate with you and make a difference.
I think it's really important to be kind to people and to work hard. And if you do those things and you treat people well and you show up and you do your best every day, I think that makes a huge impact.
I think the biggest piece of advice that I was given was keep trying. Open doors, wiggle the handle, see if it opens, and, make mistakes along the way.
Taking advantage of the opportunities that are around you, being a constant student of the world and the things that you're passionate about.
Part of it is stepping back and looking at the bigger picture sometimes. And so just kind of realizing that some of the things that seem very, very important, especially as a young person, don't have as much influence in the long run as what we think they do.
You have the ability as a young person, if you say yes, to put yourself in a situation where now all of a sudden I have to do a lot of learning. I have to, because I want to deliver. I want to make sure that I provide the best advice or can help out as much as possible. And so it's like, don't be afraid to say yes.
Just be yourself, everyone else is taken. I think that young people going into college, going into the workforce, there might be challenges, there will be challenges along the way, but I think that going with what really feels like you is really important.
The 3 words I would pick are potential, motivated, and innovative.
Collaborative, relaxed,
kind,
effortful,
friendly, engaged.
Creative, open, charitable.
Caring, connected, nature-loving, and advocating.
Togetherness, conflicted, and youth-centered.
Friendly, vibrant, and weird.
I love the community here, and it's really fulfilling to get to contribute to that. There's so many more folks that are doing such wonderful work in the community, and it's really amazing.
I don't know. I think Eugene's an amazing place to be, and being included in this honor is just growing up here. I've been around a lot of professionals in this area, and I think it's just really cool to be kind of included in that.
I really think this community is great at giving back to one another and helping those who maybe don't have who need a little help at the time, and be there for them, as we all recognize sometimes we may need that lending hand.
I like to make Eugene feel as welcoming as possible. I know because of the work I do how many people come here from outside. That's a really beautiful thing about a city this size, about the community that we live in. There's just so many people interested in so many different things. There's so many communities, so many groups to be part of.
I wouldn't choose any other life for myself, and it has a lot to do with like the way this community makes me feel. I think we live in a really special space with talented people. There's a lot to take advantage of here.
There are so many people in our community that do as much or more than I. And our community is built of hundreds of 20 under 40s, 20 under 60s, 20 above 60s. I'm grateful to be a part of it.
It is one of the responsibilities of my generation to try and carry forward the work of my generation in diversity, equity, and inclusion to reduce barriers. And I feel super privileged to be in a place where I work within a municipality where there's potential to make some of that change occur and be a little part of it.
I love this community. I think there is so much hope and potential and growth. And so if everyone could just take stock, think about ways they can show up more at their work, in their homes, in their community, so that we can all call the Lane County area and Eugene Springfield like the quintessential place for us to plant our roots and keep growing.